Welcome in, Aquarius. Hope you guys are doing great wherever you are. If you're new to my channel, welcome to Say It Soul Tarot. For those of you returning, welcome back, guys. It's awesome to have you here. I just also wanted to give a big shout out. Thank you so much. However, you are supporting my channel by liking, subscribing, or making comments. It really does make a huge difference. So I do want to acknowledge those of you that take the time to do that. So again, thank you so much. This is going to be your weekly read, Aquarius, from August 14th to the around the 21st. But that being said, as you know, time is fluid. So whenever you click on this reading, if you're drawn in by the title, definitely could be a message for you today. Hopefully something resonates. If nothing resonates, feel free to check out my older Aquarius readings and or another reader. Lots of wonderful readers out there. So Aquarius, I already tried to record this and then the sound on it was terrible. So I'm redoing it. So I do apologize. Most of your cards are out, but I am going to clarify some more on camera. So again, this is for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the sign of Aquarius. So first off here, Aquarius, I asked about how your person's feeling. So they showed up initially here as the Death card here. So as you can see in this card, there's, this young lady, kind of peering behind the curtain. I feel like you're on the other side of that curtain here, Aquarius. So, and as you can see, there's a huge skull shadow here. So I feel like, it may appear right now that things are kind of at a standstill, I feel, between you and your person. But I do feel that your person, is wanting things to change. I feel like they're wanting some information from you here. This person also may have triggered you in some way, shape, or form. So, bringing out some sort of shadow aspect of your personality that, maybe you don't want to look at or you don't want to face. And this person is kind of shining a light on that. So I feel like for a lot of you, Aquarius, I feel like you're still behind this curtain here. I feel like your person is waiting to hear from you in this energy, and I feel like even though it may appear right now that, maybe things have come to a standstill here, I feel like it's far from over, is really what I want to say here between you and this person. So next in your person's feelings, the Two of Cups came out. So as a beautiful card, I feel like you have a very special relationship with this person. I feel that this person that you're dealing with in love here, has a lot of warmth and love for you, Aquarius. I feel like, again, for a lot of you, they can also be a lot of communication kind of going on in the 5D here. So, in this card, they both have their eyes closed. And I feel like, you can possibly feel this person's energy when they're thinking about you and vice versa. So, definitely, I feel like your person definitely might be seeing a lot of signs and synchronicities when it comes to this connection with you. And again, a lot going on, I feel like, under the surface here, but that's how your person feels. So, the next card that came out was the Two of Wands. So, we have 2 2 right off the bat here. So the Two of Wands here in this card, as you can see, your person here is looking in the past, and they're holding, the staff here that's made of wood, right? So, and then in the future here, they're holding the key. So really, I feel like the key, to your person here is they are trying to, stop reflecting possibly on what happened with you and them in the past, or possibly trying to forgive what happened between you and them in the past, and really looking to the future. Like, is there a future with Aquarius? Is Aquarius see a future with me in this situation? And so I feel like, that's kind of really the energy that your person's in right now. So I feel like definitely there could have been a conversation about what you want from this person, what are, do you see a future? Do you want a future? Um, because the next card in your person's energy was the Page of Swords. So I feel like they want to learn more about the situation with you, what you're really wanting. I feel like in the past, this person definitely was kind of like just going with the flow and not really maybe asking you a lot of questions or wanting to learn more about the situation. But I feel like recently, this person definitely has, asked some questions, and I feel like that's definitely made you feel uncomfortable. So for some of you, you may feel like, kind of boxed into a corner here and not really sure how to respond. So I feel like for some of you, maybe that is what the shadow aspect is here. You haven't responded. So next in your person's actions and or feelings, we have the Knight of Swords. So I feel like this person is wanting to move forward with you. They do see a future, but I feel like right now, if you're in this limbo here with this person, I feel like this person is doing their best here to keep moving forward. So I feel like, they're hoping to get communication from you. I don't feel like this person's going to reach out to you, Aquarius. I feel like they are waiting on you. But I'm going to clarify those cards. So why the Knight of Swords here? Why the Knight of Swords? And Aquarius person that they're dealing with in love. Why is the Knight of Swords here? All right, let's see what we got here. Why the Knight of Swords? Six of Wands. Yeah, this person does, I feel like they are holding out hope here for this relationship with you, Aquarius. They do want to have, see success. But in order to have success, I feel like this person needs to learn more from you about the situation, about what you're wanting. And perhaps I feel like you have not responded. So I feel like that's definitely, there's like either a gap in communication between you and this person, and I feel like that's why things are possibly at a standstill right now. So let's move on to how you feel here, Aquarius. So in your feelings for this person, the Emperor came up. So, this is definitely, I love this, Aquarius. Like, I feel like you are, a great leader. I feel like you're very, intelligent. I feel like you're very pragmatic. He's holding this big sword. So I feel like, see how half the sword is hidden? So I feel like in this card, what this is really saying is that the full truth, I feel, of the situation is, not been revealed to your person. So I feel like there is definitely some truth that needs to come out. And again, like I already mentioned, your person is kind of waiting on that to hear from you here, Aquarius, about, what you're really wanting. And again, see how the sword is like half covered. So I feel like the full truth has not been revealed. And this can definitely be with regards to a commitment, because when I clarified the Emperor, the Hierophant came out. So as you can see in this card, this is a spiritual card, but it's also, traditionally in the Rider Waite, it's, the gentleman giving blessings and like, definitely means high level commitment. So I feel like for a lot of you, maybe the half truth here is that you are still tied to another situation or tied to another commitment. It doesn't mean that it's romantic, but definitely you could, be required to, maybe financially help, your ex out or your kids or your parents, or you have some kind of ties here. And as you can see also in this card, she actually has a string. So I feel like these ties are still tied to you in some way, shape, or form. So take it how it resonates here. But I feel like this person, I feel like you have regrets here that you can't be in a high level commitment with this person. And again, I feel like that is possibly the half truth that has not come out. So perhaps you have not let this person know. Kind of really, the whole truth is really what I want to say. Because when I clarified these cards, the Five of Cups came out. So as you can see in this card, this is you, Aquarius, looking at these Three of Cups and being quite emotional. If you turn around, there is the Two of Cups. So either right now you have something else going on, some other commitment that's kind of breaking your heart, and or this could also be reflective of the fact that right now you're still tied to another situation and you're unable to turn around and see those Two of Cups, and which is your person here that's showing up up top. So I feel like you do feel bad. I feel like you do like you are full of regret, that right now you're unable to, grasp those Two of Cups. So that's really what I'm getting off those cards. Next in your feelings, the Nine of Wands came out. So as you can see in this card, there's, I feel like there's been kind of a line drawn, and, she's on one side and this house is on the other. So the house is also on fire. So I don't know what's going on in your home life. So outside of this relationship, I feel like you definitely have um, some things that might be on fire. So I feel like you may be in the energy of trying to put out, fires that are going on around you. So right now you might feel like, every time you turn around, somebody needs your attention, somebody needs you to do something. And I feel like, you really just want to save yourself here in this situation. So I feel like for right now, that might be what your focus is. And again, whatever this other commitment or whatever these ties that you have, it could be to a child because, this is a young lady in this card. So perhaps you're busy dealing, putting out other fires, I feel, because this is technically the wounded warrior. So I feel like right now, you may have to sacrifice your own happiness, in order to deal with the situation correctly or how you see in your mind that you need to deal with it. So in the meantime, kind of like everything else has to just kind of like, um, sit and wait. So that could definitely be what, your person, like I mentioned, is waiting to hear from you here. So when I clarified the Nine of Wands, the King of Wands came out. So what's interesting to me about these two cards is that there's both references to flames in these cards. So as I mentioned, I feel like you definitely have, maybe been trying to put out a bunch of fires around you in your immediate. So that could be family, friends, kids, finances, could be anything, could be work. But the nice thing about this card here, Aquarius, is it's the King of Wands. So I feel like you're, kind of like really turning into. I feel like you're trying to reestablish your life. You're rising from the ashes here. So whatever has happened with these Nine of Wands, why they're on fire, what you've had to do. For some of you, you may have to leave your home, so perhaps, if you are in the middle of a breakup of a high level commitment, some of you may need to move, change location, I want to say. And then we have this King of Wands, like I said. So you kind of really, taking back your power here, Aquarius, which I love. So, and, rising, rising to the occasion, rising to the task, taking back control of your life here, going after what it is that you want for a change. Because again, I feel like there's definitely picking up on a strong energy in your cards here, Aquarius, of you having to make sacrifices on what you want and your happiness for other people, and that's very Aquarian, right? So next in your feelings, we have the Seven of Swords. So I feel like, and again, there's another shadow on this card here, as you can see, so maybe there is a part of you here, Aquarius, I feel like that you have maybe not been honest, maybe not honest with this person or honest with yourself, and not, again, wanting to really tackle or look at the things that have caused you grief in relationships. So the things that possibly you need to, grow, grow from or learn from. Because when I clarified this card, we have the Six of Cups. So this definitely talks about, a past situation. I feel like, the situation with your person, this person up top here, definitely a very special childlike connection. So I feel like it's undeniable. So I feel like for a lot of you, Aquarius, not calling you out, but kind of am here. I feel like you have been maybe not honest with yourself about your feelings or trying to repress those feelings because you weren't able to do anything about them in the past, because you're tied to some other situation, some other commitment. But it's undeniable. I feel like it's coming to the surface, and I feel like for a lot of you, this person kind of putting you in a corner or kind of, cornering you and asking you for more information about you, about, possibly what you feel is private. But I feel like this person that you're dealing with up here, Aquarius, I feel like this person has been, in limbo, right? I feel like this person's waiting to hear from you about what it is that you want, moving forward. So again, you not necessarily wanting to at the time deal with that because, you're dealing with these other nine fires that are going on around you. So I feel like, I feel like you are going to, make a choice here to, remove what's kind of been blocking your heart. So I feel like with the Seven of Wands here, the gentleman in this card, he's like incredibly determined here. He's holding this sledgehammer and he wants to finally just get rid of these nails. So again, this can really talk about you removing possibly, you know, the barricade around your heart. You know, if that's what the issue is for you. Um, and again, making a new choice because as we can see here in the judgment card, you know, this monkey with the staff here, he's like awakening, seeing, you know, seeing things from a new perspective. So perhaps you are seeing things from your person's perspective up here about, you know, just really necessarily wanting some clarity here about which way to go. So I feel like, you know, it's kind of, it's very hermit slash hangman energy, I feel, with these two cards coming out, you know, Seven of Wands with the Judgment card here. So I'm going to look in the deck and see where the hangman is and possibly the hermit. So next in your feelings about this person, we have the Three of Swords. So I feel like, you know, perhaps you feel, Aquarius, that, you know, this person has kind of done it to themselves here to a certain degree. So perhaps, you know, initially when you met this person, you know, you maybe told them, I'm, you know, I can't give you what you want, or I'm like not really 100% available, you know, a little bit of friend zoning here, or like this could have started out with friends with benefits kind of energy. So I feel like on some level here, you feel guilty, because the Five of Swords is, you know, a little bit manipulative. So I feel like, again, cutting that away here, as you can see, he's, you know, holding on to this fifth sword. It's a different sword, though. It's not the same as these four swords down here. So I feel like you are possibly, again, coming to the realization. So again, in the background, we have the sun here and the sun here. So I do love that because I feel like you are possibly acknowledging your part that you played, or like if there was some kind of deception or you've been kind of deceiving yourself, not wanting to see that, you know, you did actually hurt this person. So that's really the energy that I'm getting. And again, I feel like you have been repressing, you know, really how you feel about this person. But I'm going to ask more. um I just wanted to get a couple more cards on your feelings. How does Aquarius really feel about this person? What is in Aquarius's heart? How does Aquarius feel about this person? The person up top showing up in their reading, in their love reading. So we have the Magician coming out. All right, I can't even make this up. There's the Magician and the Empress. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Coins, which is really the Eight of Pentacles. So I feel like you want to make this person's wish come true. The Magician in this card, it's beautiful. These cards are beautifully illustrated. So this is the Cinderella card. So, you know, I feel like you're holding the magic wand here, Aquarius. I feel like you want this wish to come true. You want to make this wish come true. And then we have the Empress coming out. So beautiful energy. I feel like, you know, this person that you're dealing with here up top, I feel like you realize that, you know, this is the direction that you want to go. But I feel like you recognize that you need to make some changes about yourself, possibly tie up some commitments that you have in order to move forward. So I love it. And we also have you know, the divine counterpart coming out now, because initially you showed up here as the Emperor. So I love that. So that makes me feel a lot better about this reading. Because I don't know, in your feelings, I mean, I feel like you have a lot going on around you, Aquarius. You know, recognize in yourself that you need to make some changes here in order to, you know, have a healthy relationship moving forward. And I feel like this person has kind of possibly pointed that out to you in an indirect way. I feel like this person wasn't, you know, maybe intentionally trying to do that. But, you know, I feel like your person's waiting for more information from you. But there's definitely, you know, this person really does love you. I feel like a lot of genuine energy off of their cards. So when I asked about your actions here, actually, I'm going to hold back here for a second. I clarified the Judgment card earlier in the first time I tried to record this. and we got the Ace of Swords. So here's, in this card, in this depiction of the Ace of Swords, the sword is fully shown in this card, whereas in the Emperor card, we only saw half the sword. So I feel like you are going to reach out to this person. I feel like you are going to cut away any misconception. I feel like you're making that choice here. We got the Lovers card, so the Lovers really talks about initially in the Rider-Waite, it's initially meant making a choice, making a decision. So I love this card as well. We have the Lovers, so beautiful card. I feel like this person really does bring you a lot of warmth. You can see in this card, the woman depicted here. It's basically supposed to be Beauty and the Beast here. So I feel like for you, Aquarius, perhaps there's certain things about you, or like even though you may not feel that great about yourself, I feel like when you are with this person, they do bring out the best in you. And I feel like you see that. I feel like you see that this person does really care about you, really has your best interest at heart, really has a beautiful, loving heart, giving off, beautiful energy, I feel. And I feel like, there's obviously a few things. I mean, who doesn't have flaws? I mean, nobody's perfect here, Aquarius. But I definitely see that there's possibly things about, maybe how you've been in previous relationships, or things that you've now learned about yourself that you need to work on. And I feel like maybe you're finally in the energy of, you know, wanting to do that. It's hard to do that when you're putting out fires all around you. So if you have been feeling like that, like don't be, show yourself some compassion. I mean, change takes time. Recognizing, how what your role was, a little bit of truth telling to yourself. So again, those are all, very difficult and very hard things to overcome. I mean, a lot of times we don't want to see those things that we don't necessarily like about ourselves. But I feel like this person that you're dealing with, Aquarius, I feel like this person, I'm kind of picking up on that song by Billy Joel, Just the Way You Are. So I feel like this person loves you for you. They do see, what you need to maybe work on. But again, I feel like it's, really that feeling of unconditional love is really what I'm getting off that card. And I feel like you're recognizing that about this person and really putting down these burdens. So I feel like for a lot of you, you've been carrying around. We went from the Nine of Wands and now we have the Ten of Wands. So I feel like you're really ready to make those changes, put down these burdens, or put down these misconceptions, or put away any kind of negative mindset that you might have had about yourself, or, finally kind of maybe being honest with yourself as well. For some of you, you definitely might have been dealing with possibly some kind of previous loss. So this loss could be related to a family member, a friend, or like somebody you really cared about. And I feel like for a lot of you, maybe you've been carrying around, you know, survivor guilt, or, just that you really miss this person. And you may have not necessarily dealt with those feelings when this person, initially passed away. So my heart definitely goes out to you. I'm sending you guys a big hug if that's something that you have been dealing with, and it's been, kind of, you've been carrying that around. So I feel like you're finally ready to put that down because the Ten of Wands is like, there is no 11 of Wands. We just go back to, the Ace of Wands, which is really a new opportunity, a brand new beginning here is really what I want to say. So I feel like you're making the choice here to be honest, really, putting to rest anything that happened in the past, dealing with any kind of past pain, I feel, in order to come forward here and offer this Page of Coins. So I feel like, you are going to reach out to this person. I feel like it's going to be possibly a small offer just to kind of see where this person is at. And I feel like, I don't feel like you need to worry about um, this person. I feel like they really do, care about you here, Aquarius. They really do love you. They want success with you. They just want some clarity. They want a conversation. They want honesty, I feel, from you. And I feel like you're finally maybe in the energy to do that. So I do love that. And then when I also asked about your actions, the Three of Coins came out. So as you can see in this card, there's two people in the background here. They have masks on, and they are, I feel like, almost not really understanding. I feel like they're a little bit bewildered. So I don't know, maybe people around you, maybe you've been listening to, some bad advice. But I feel like now you're really in the energy of like, I'm going to march to, the beat of my own drum here. I don't give an AF what anybody says or thinks. I'm going towards my happiness. And if it's this person, and it's this person, right? So I feel like you are making that choice. So I love that because, I feel like you're finally possibly following your heart, listening to your intuition, doing what you want to do, and not caring about what other people say or think. And then we have the Three of Wands. So that's like you reaching out to this person, going for it, climbing this ladder if you have to in order to get to this person. So I love that. So for some of you, the castle's way over here. So that can definitely talk about, travel might be involved here in this situation. You may need to travel to see this person. And then I love this. This is like, I can't even make this up. Your last card here that came out here in your actions was the Star. So this is your card here, Aquarius. I feel like you're finally free. I feel like you're finally in tune with what it is that you really want moving forward. So this is like a wish come true for you. Possibly being free, being with the person that you want to be with, and not giving an AF about what anybody else has to say or think, or you know again, I feel like this is really doing you, as well as really healing that heart of yours, that big beautiful heart of yours here, Aquarius. So I do love this. This is a lovely reading. I love these cards. They're so beautiful. So I'm just gonna look and see where the Hangman is here. I just want to see what it's next to. All right, so there's the Hermit. So the Hermit is in between the King of Pentacles, King of Coins here, and the Ten of Cups, next to the Wheel of Fortune. And let's just see where the Hermit is here. Oh, there, or not the Hermit, the Hangman, pardon me. So yeah, it's in between. The Hangman is in between the Seven of Coins, more fire energy, and the Devil. So I feel like you've been stuck in a situation for quite some time here. Whatever this other commitment was, I feel like, really drained you here of the energy. The situation that possibly that you're in was a little bit toxic in this previous commitment that you're in, not with the person up top here, but whatever this energy, whatever this commitment was. And again, for some of you, this could definitely be an ex in some way, shape, or form. And again, there's that more fire energy, right? That Seven of Coins, and not really seeing eye to eye. So I feel like, you and this person from the past, whoever you were previously possibly married to, not seeing eye to eye for a long time. That Seven of Pentacles is like, and I feel like for a lot of you, I feel like you definitely have regrets possibly about that as well. But in some way, shape, or form here, you're still tied to the situation. So I feel like that's the situation you're trying to get out of. And I feel like until that kind of wraps up, you can't, move towards the person you want to be with, which is, your wish here. And you're going to know who that person is, Aquarius. So the person up top here, the person who's waiting to hear from you, and the person that has unconditional love for you and loves you just the way you are is really what I want to say here. So all right, guys, I did pull some messages from your person. I feel like looking at the messages, since I already did them, I feel like it actually applies maybe on both sides for you and your person. So it's time for me to heal now. So I feel like your person's definitely been doing that. My life is not together as it seems. I can't stop thinking about you. And I want to tell you how I feel. So I feel like this is definitely your feelings here. I feel like both of you have each other on each other's mind. And then when I asked about how your person, what actions your person was going to take prior to you reaching out, and they showed up here as the high priestess. So again, I feel like this is a very spiritual connection. And then with the justice card, so again, this person is standing here holding that sword, and I feel like, and they're waiting, they're not going anywhere. And we have yin and yang underneath this person's feet. So again, I feel like this person knows, that you are their divine counterpart, and they are just going with the flow, letting things be, I feel, between you and them, and kind of waiting for you to come out of this Five of Wands. So again, I feel like for you, Aquarius, I feel like you have, maybe you did feel like, you're backed into a corner a little bit here, because the four people here are kind of, got this guy down. And I feel like that definitely may have, made you feel a little bit defensive, I feel. But I feel like there's definitely some truth to what this person asked of you, or if this person is just asking for clarity and wanting the truth here, wanting some justice in this situation. I feel like that's definitely what they're waiting for. So I feel like this person that you're dealing with, Aquarius, I don't feel like they're going to reach out to you. I feel like this person is waiting on you. So anyway, I just about forgot about those cards, and then I saw them last minute. So sorry, guys. I wanted to do that before I did the messages, but anyhow, so that's what I've got for you, Aquarius. I hope this message helped in some way, shape, or form. If it did resonate and this is your story, I'd love to hear from you. So feel free to leave a comment. As well, if you could hit the like button, that really lets me know whether or not it resonated. So it's important for me as a reader to know as well that I'm, touching you, resonating with you. And as always, guys, so take care, and I'll see you in your next reading.